And Tony Soldalamacchia has started the third term as the way he started the first half with the first knock out of the second half. He gets it to David Peters, who's taking a free kick for a high tackle from the middle. Shorty goes long towards Ferguson, off hands, tried to tap it on to the advantage of Erd, who did well but held on somehow to Justin Morley in that contest and has given away the free kick. Morley now goes towards Bennett. Oh, Ferguson against him. He does well, Bennett. And stands his ground, takes the grab. He goes long towards centre wing. Page looks to have moved up the ground. He's against Buckingham. It's off hands. Coming through Hawks. Page is there as well. And they're fighting for Intervong straight through the middle. Tough play. Try to tap it on towards Gibson. Taps it further afield. Coming through Morley. Does well. And can he keep it in? Yes, he can, says the... oh, well, the boundary umpire has been talked into it by umpire Irving. By umpire Irving. Well, he was then. By Danny Irving. He's walked around behind him and said, I think that was out, mate. And he said, OK. And it is out of bounds at half forward. Well, Danny's got a career after he finishes, I think. Boundary umpiring.
And the ball's been thrown back and Danny's picked it up and given it back to the umpire. There you go, buddy.
There you go. So, thrown in. Over the back of the pack, Hawks tries to tap the advantage of Morley, only as far though as Irving. Braniff stands his ground, gets a kick away off one step, or players finding it hard to shield the sun from their eyes to try and get the footy. Now Hart, lost at the cruise attempt there. Sheridan, pretty close to the boundary line, coming in as well. Across the back is good. And it will be thrown in the right forward pocket for the Eagles, attacking the eastern end in this third term. They lead 11-1 to 4-5 at 67 playing 29. We've been playing 2 minutes. Braniff up against Howlett. And Braniff now tries to bring it to the front of the pack. He does to Intervong, who just gets pushed as he got the kick away. And it's through 4-1 behind to Kiao Intervong. So they've doubled their behind tally. They're 11-2-68 now, Eastern Suburbs, Werribee Central's 4-5-29. Lex of Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard.
Waiting for the ball to come back to full-back position. Hallam to bring the ball back into play.
Look at all the Eastern Suburbs guys with their hands in the air. Now, they didn't do it in the first half. They're obviously under some new instructions.
Ball kicked in. Come to Sean O'Leary. Picks it up. Kicks it back into the forward zone. Oh, almost taken there by Sheridan, but can't get it. Delaney picks it up in the goal square. Drives on the left foot across the face of goal. Heading for the boundary line. And has found it ahead of Slavinkas there for the Werribee side, and it's out of bounds almost in front of the Social Club here at Richmond Crescent, half forward flank for Eastern Suburbs.
Tell you what, Jace, I'd like to see Conrad Slavinkas in a 100-metre dash.
He'd win it, I reckon.
He's pretty quick.
From the throw-in, brilliant tap forward there by Braff. Sheridan pushed in the back. No free kicks at the umpire, cleared by Werribee, but cleared out of bounds on the full, and I tell you what, could almost be within kicking range there. Who's going to take it? A couple of players lining up for it. Finally, Stevenson has the ball. Kicked the goal from very close to there in the first quarter with the breeze, but this time perhaps 5 or 6 metres further out. But kicking from 55 will be a very good kick from the boundary. Well, he's seen the lead, and it's Sheridan. Sheridan right under the ball. Oh, O'Leary tackled without the ball. Play on to the umpire, picked up by Intervong, and he's had a pot shot at goal, and he's missed another one. So it's 2 in a minute there for Kia Intervong. Second behind, and on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard, 11-3-69 Eastern Suburbs. They lead Werribee Central's 4-5-29.
You dragging, would you, Pete? Kicking 2 behinds in a row?
Oh, not the way he's been playing. Not the way he's been playing. I'll tell you what, isn't the day like a day of 4 seasons? There's not much breeze now. The 5-goal breeze that I spoke about at the start's gone.
Bennett, good mark from the kick in, gives it across to Hawks by hand. From half back, goes towards Page, takes the mark on centre wing. Needs a lead at centre half forward. Buck gives him one. He goes in that direction now. Stefanowski, Buck, Rundle up as well. Buck can't quite take the mark. Musara though, good roving. Left foot kicks okay. McCormack and Lee. McCormack works Lee past the ball and does well. Short little left foot kick back towards Stefanowski. It's touched off the boot, says the umpire. Now through Chris Delaney. He does well. Fights his way through. Gets the right foot kick away. Who to? There's a number of them there, including Luke Luddick. Handballs it back to Musara, who goes to the right boot. It's still in the goal square. Soldalamacchia up against Page. Have it through Eastern Suburbs. No!
Oh, Heath Buck.
From the middle of the pack, Heath Buck has kicked the goal.
Ronaldo.
From mid-air, if you don't mind. His third goal, and the 5th for Werribee Centrals. They get the first goal of the third term, and they go to 5-5-35. They trail Eastern Suburbs, who are 11-3-69, and that is on the of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard.
If he tried to bend and pick it up, Pete, he wasn't going to give it. There's too many players around, wasn't there? Yeah. And he's probably quick thinking and perhaps his experience, and great goal. Ball, well, waiting on it to come back to the central umpire. I think
it's in the back fence, is it? It's like Geelong West.
It's in the backyard.
Well, he kicked it a fair way. It was in the goal square. He just kicked it from mid-air. So it's gone a fair way off the right boot. And
it's gone to the never.
I think it's gone.
I think the good thing about Eastern Suburbs, it'll be interesting to see now. I think this is championship football, third quarter, and I didn't get the opportunity to go into the East rooms. It'll be interesting to see what Adam Sheridan did say to them. I certainly don't think he'd be saying, "All right, boys, now we're that far in front, we can try things." I think he would have put some defensive actions into place so that Werribee don't get a run on. Werribee are a confident side. They do like to run the ball. They've got good foot skills, and they'll be trying very, very hard to make sure that the Eastern Suburbs boys will be trying very, very hard to make sure that they man up at all times.
Ball being recovered. Now back with umpire Todd, the centre of Richmond Crescent. Up goes the ball. Solder-Lamacchia. He clearly gets a tap over Howlett, but the ball comes back to Howlett, over to Festuca. Festuca crashes his way through one tackle. Tackled again by Peters as he kicked the ball. A brilliant diving mark on half back. That's Rundle, is it?
Cal Gray.
Cal Gray. Great mark, Cal Gray.
Mark Waugh it was, I think.
Yeah, Mark Waugh. He would have been happy, wouldn't he?
Well, he's gone for the Peters. It's gone off the side of the boot, and would you believe, Luxor Fortune has fallen into the arms of Peters, standing on his own in the centre of the ground, and the Eastern Suburbs the opportunity to go forward. Peters just on the defensive side of centre circle. Plays on now. Well, that's gone off the side of the boot as well, and it's fallen straight into the arms of Delaney, is it, on half-back for the Werribee Central side. So all of a sudden, gone off the boil slightly, the Eastern Suburbs side, but well, poor play by Werribee Centrals has come back to Sean O'Leary. He's well, the sun, now the forwards at the eastern end of Richmond Crescent having problems with the sun, shielding their eyes, and the balls come out of defence, but Stefanovski takes the mark for Eastern Suburbs on centre wing. Long handball to Peters on the right foot. That's a better kick. Looking for it's Sheridan at centre half forward again, having problems with the sun. Taken by Howlett at centre half back, and perhaps they get more sun up there at Werribee. Werribee seem to be handling the sun all right.
Yeah, well, Howard didn't have any troubles with that, although, his teammates and the Eastern Suburbs fellas did.
Page on the back end of the centre wing goes towards half forward. Pack develops. Singleton's there. Ripped off the footy. Falls towards Festuca. And he goes to the left boot. Short kick to Luddick. It's okay. Takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Gives it back to Festuca. He gets tackled just as he gets his kick away by Gray. Getting back there. Good mark, Matthew Collins. And he's got Williams in the middle, but he elects, though, to go to the outer side centre wing position. Oh, there's a couple of Werribee players there. It's off hands. Foot race now. Peters and Stevenson are there. Peters, can he pick it up, the short man? Yes, he can. Handball. Oh, just over the head of Sean Rundle. He can't keep it in. Got a hand to it. That was about it. And it will be a boundary throw in. On centre wing on the southern side of Eastern Suburbs home ground. 8.5 minutes gone here at Richmond Crescent. And it is a 11-3, playing 5-5. Back now from the ruck contest to Rundle, one step towards Stevenson. It's touched off the boot, so it's play on. Stevenson was going to go with hand. He probably should have in the end. He's gone short with a kick towards Festuca, who's turned it over. Goes towards centre half forward. And in front, good mark, Singleton, and runs away. Handball, though, to nobody. Turnover again. Festuca, oh, he got it back. Solomacchia had touched it, but Festuca got it back. Left foot kick long towards Heath Bark and McCormack. Good play by McCormack, was it? No, a free kick over the shoulder. Said the umpire. And it will be Heath Buck with it, who's kicked 3 goals. We'll have a shot for goal from 20 metres out directly in front. And should have no problems putting it through for his 4th goal.
Well, I think I said towards the end of the first quarter, this is one of the guys with a bit of age on him that really needs to stand up for the Werribee side. We've seen him in the last couple of final series, and he is a sensational player when he's on song.
Hasn't played for a couple of weeks, and already kicked 3 out of the 5 goals, coming in from 15 metres out, directly in front, on the right foot. Lovely kick, straight over the goal umpire's head. That's his 4th, 4 goals to Heath Buck. And on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard, Werribee Central's moved to 6-5-41 now. They trail Eastern Suburbs 11-3-69, and well, they're just a little slack or a little slow getting started in the 3rd quarter, but not unlike the 1st quarter.
Yeah, well, that's true. It took both sides a while to get fired up. Werribee seem to be first to the ball, although a few of the kicks from the Eastern Suburbs boys have gone either, they've still made 40 metres, but they really haven't been penetrating kicks. They've been off the side of the boot and landed right into the arms of Werribee players, and they've been able to set it up. I think Festuca seems to have lifted a cog or two in the centre of the ground.
Back in the middle, Howlett still in the ruck for Werribee Centrals, up against Sololamakia. Umpire Tischler throws the ball in the air, and Howlett gets it this occasion. Hawks can't take it with him. He gets it away though. In a pack does well. Peters is there. Buckingham as well. Oh, Buckingham, I think cop one, and is a little bit slow in getting up. It will be a free kick to Eastern Suburbs. Maybe, if they don't turn it over. And they do turn it over, and Nick Smith will get it. Buckingham still down holding his head. And Nick Smith now from centre wing will play on and go with the right boot long towards half forward. Howlett getting up there. Buck as well. Off hands. Williams falls to the front of the pack. Damien Williams does well. Shuffles it out. And they break away. Handball to Intervong. Standing start. Might be under a bit of pressure. They're tackling pretty hard now, Werribee. They're into the play. Handball from Sheridan. Came back towards Intervong. Over the top of the ball. Can't take it with him. He fights pretty hard for it though. Kiao goes towards centre wing. Bennett's there. Can't take mark. Up against Braniff. Oh, turnover there. Towards half forward, O'Leary will run at the footy up against Beck. Oh, it does well to hold it in there, but then loses it. Bennett loses it as well. Stevenson, Festuca fighting hard, breaks through at half back, does well, getting some important possessions. Jason Festuca, but he got nobody to kick to. Singleton, oh, why does he play on? Handball back. He might have been able to stop there. It's turned over again, but a turnover once again. Coming back towards half back, Sheridan. Oh, great kick to Buckingham, who's away in the middle. He's got 20 metres. He needs to set it up now. Handball to Stevenson. He's got Morley coming at him. Good tackle, Justin Morley. And umpire Todd says it's his. It will be just inside 50. And that was a good tackle, Justin Morley, because he was away, Stevenson. And it will be thrown up. Braniff up against Howlett. Braniff. Well, Howlett got the free kick for a hold in the ruck contest. At centre half back, handballs quickly a roll on Beck, got Page wide, goes in that direction now, measures the pass, Gibson, can't take the mark, Page played on, handball, got Calvert in support, and he can run away, takes one bounce, Simon Calvert at half forward now, goes to the right boot, long, 3 Eagles players there, McCormack backs himself, great mark, Adrian McCormack, I tell you what, he looks a lot better at full back than he does at full forward.
He's played very well today, McCormack.
Has backed himself on that occasion, Adrian McCormack now goes to the right boot, long towards centre wing, Buckingham, Sheridan up, and can't take the mark off hands. Sheridan into the Vong through. Smith getting some important possessions as well. Calgray's there though, and plays on quickly with a torpedo punt. Goes along. Howlett should be able to take the mark uncontested. Can't do so though. I think the sun might have got in his eyes. Peter's in there fighting hard for his club. That is Eastern Suburbs. And Sheridan just holding his knee. He's a long way up from the forward pocket there, isn't he, on the half-back flank. And it will be ball up just inside the centre square at centre half forward for Eastern Suburbs. Braniff and Howlett. Braniff tries the big thump. Intervong through the middle. Great play. Now Stevenson and O'Leary. Stephen. Oh, handball. Interesting handball to Buckingham. Now, can Bucko finish it off with the left? No, he can't. It's too wide. Left foot kick is out of bounds on the full. Matty Hallam will take the resultant free kick. We've been playing 13.5 minutes. And Eastern Suburbs 11-3, 69. They lead Werribee Central 6-5, 41.
Ball out of bounds. We shielding the eyes from the sun down there. In it comes Howlett in front. Oh, Calvert over the back of the pack. Can't take the mark, unfortunately. Sheridan picks the ball up, flicks the ball toward the boundary line.
He got a free kick for that in the first quarter, didn't he?
He did, and umpire said, no, it's all fair and above board. And the ball went 40 metres from the behind post. Eastern Suburbs struggling a little in the first 14 minutes of the third quarter. And boundary umpire now in position. Howlett battle with Braniff. Braniff uses the body and unfairly, said the umpire. A free kick in the ruck contest. Collins gives the ball back to Andrew Howlett, and he will take the free kick for the Werribee Central side. Howlett on half-back flank. Not a lot to kick the ball. Excellently read there by Sheridan. The kick was to Smith, but Sheridan read it well, chipped in. Not such a good kick from the coach.
It was a shocking kick.
The coach. Sheridan now drives the ball to the full forward position. 3 Werribee players. No one can take the mark. It was clear to Beck. And finally the kick comes clear. Covered in good position. Well away. The umpire has in fact paid the mark. And Chris Delaney's trying to continue on, but get no advantage for a mark. He paid the mark to it was Calvert, I think, and he's now got the ball, half-back flank. Well, umpire Sheridan's having a bit to say here. He's convinced umpire Todd that the player wasn't behind the mark. So we've got a few umpires out here today, and finally we go. Calvert kicks the ball to centre wing. Big pack of players. Up high was Solomaki, but it was Stefanovski punched the ball forward. Sheridan tried to flick the ball back past the opposition player. Calvert tried to crash through. Masara has gone in very strongly there, and well, he's created a bit of upheaval. Umpires spot on there. They're right at the scene, and be interesting to see what happens now.
I'm not saying what I saw. What I did see was a disagreement over the other side of the ground about 5 minutes ago, and Masara was talking to the umpire for probably at least a minute about being put on the ground, and I think that was just an even up because he didn't really even have eyes for the ball.
Well, the upshot was the free kick went to Cal Grays, kicked to the centre half forward, but Eastern Suburbs turned it over. Page, the handball wide, and now it's Hawks. Handball back again, running the ball. Werribee Centrals that have the ball in the centre now, kicking towards centre half forward. And, well, two players go to ground. What's the umpire going to do? He's paid it to Lee of Werribee Centrals. Couldn't work that one out. They both fell to ground, and Lee has the ensuing free kick. He's outside 50, kicking to the western end. He sees a short. The kick's gone offline, but it's for Stuka into the gap, into that gap in front of full forward, and the mark has been taken. Justin Festuca, 30 metres out, directly in front, the opportunity to, well, put another score on the board. And interesting, umpire Howlett having quite a lengthy discussion with Vin Todd there. One player currently, one former player, and each putting their point of view, and that's good to see. I don't think there's any animosity in it whatsoever. And in the meantime, Festuca, directly in front, western end, moves in, very comfortable kick, very safe kick, and right over the goal umpire's head. So Werribee certainly coming back against the Breeze in this third quarter. 17 minutes gone now. Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard. Eastern Suburbs 11-3, only two behind in this quarter so far. 69. They lead Werribee 7-5, 47.
I think the difference in footy, Jace, if you're going to flex a little bit of muscle, which they're, both sides are doing at the moment, you've got to know when to stop flexing the muscle and getting on with the footy.
And Sheridan's feeling as though they're under a bit of pressure. Is it is it centre half back now, or running off the half back flank anyway? So we'll see how he goes.
I think the Eagles can see it's crisis time. Like they've got a good lead, and they don't want to squander it through silly mistakes.
Well, in the middle now, Collins gets it away. It's a poor kick though. It's going to be Irving and Morley again. Morley does well, experienced play, but he gave a push, said the umpire, and it will be Danny Irving's free kick at half forward. And Morley doesn't know it yet, but he will not be getting the kick here, and it is going to Dan Irving. So Irving now at half forward. Grant Social Club side goes to the right boot, leads on by Stevenson. Can't beat that. Mocker's taken the mark. Stevenson at 50. Has been told to shoot him up, I think. He's got Brandon and O'Leary in the square. Howlett and Morley have filled the hole. Now Vanderpool's on the ground as well. Stevenson, that's a great kick for goal outside 50, if you don't mind. Morris Stevenson has kicked his third goal, and probably the quick reply the Eagles needed and want. And they get it. It is their 12th. They go to 12-3-75. They lead Werribee Central 7-5-47. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard 18. Only 19 minutes gone in this third term.
Three-quarter time, Shell Stadium, Geelong 10-10-70. Western Bulldog 9-11-65.
Oh,
nothing
with
in
us.
there.
We've got the close.
Essendon 18-10. Kangaroos 15-6.
I'm going to Greaseland. Oh, sorry.
Essendon. Ooh, up on the Kangaroos.
We've got a little fella down at the station, mate, that's got his fingers crossed the Cats game so as he can go to America on Monday with a smile on his face.
Good mark, Damien Williams at centre half back for the Eagles. And he's done pretty well this afternoon, Damien Williams. Goes towards centre half forward. Stevenson in front of Slavinkas. Off hands, going to O'Leary. Gets a right foot kick now. It's 1-on-1. It's Vanderpool up against Hallam. Hallam can run away, can he? He handballs it towards Bennett. Oh, just got it. He's going to be under. It's down the field, is it? Yes, it is. It's against Vanderpool. And it's going to Bennett. He's got Smith. Oh, laterally. Goes in that direction now. He's going to see him a task. Foot race. Buckingham's going to back himself. Solomaki is there as well. He just fell over at the crucial stage. Nick Smith's going to be able to run away, is he? Yes, he is. At half back. Goes towards Morley. Takes the mark. Handball inboard towards Musara. Just on the point of the centre square at half back. Measures it towards Page. Can't take the mark. Williams does well. Oh, good play, good vision, finds Intervong. He can run away too. He's got O'Leary, he's got Stevenson. Sean can kick it from 50. He won't handball at this time, I'll tell you. He goes for goal, and Braniff and the goals beckon. Braniff's taken the mark, and Sean O'Leary will be spewing that.
Took it 1.5 inches from the goal line.
I know, we're only joking with Sean. He's a great player, Sean, but he does love a goal, like his old man used to, I think, KO. KO used to love a goal, Eric, didn't he?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Sean has been born out of that, but this time Braniff's taken what Sean would usually take, probably on the goal line. And he comes in and he boots it into Richmond Crescent and straight through for his first goal. And the 13th for Eastern Suburbs. They go to 13-381. They lead Werribee Central 7-5-47. That is on the Lexus of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 21 minutes gone. Just regained the ascendancy a little bit, haven't they, Pete, in the last 3 or 4 minutes?
Yeah, no, I think guys like Braniff running around, he's not the best mark. Like, he drops probably more than he actually takes, but his body work is excellent. Like, he really puts his body into a pack and busts the pack, so he tries to get the ball to his running players, and today the running players are doing a sensational job.
Modern technology, modern words, he sort of exerts a presence, a physical presence, doesn't he?
He does. He lets you know he's around. He needs a haircut, but...
Umpire with the ball. Up it goes. Howlett again. Outreach by Solomaki here on this occasion. Oh, handball brilliantly intercepted by Calvert. Runs to half forward. There's the lead from, well, a great mark from Delaney, is it, in the or Hawks?
It's Luke Luddick.
Yeah, great mark.
I'll tell you what, if Luddick would have dropped that mark, it was a very, very good mark. You would have nearly slammed the Werribee fella, because he had no one in front of him for 30 metres. Could have nearly run in and kicked the ball himself.
Luddick now from 35 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Good kick at goal, Eric.
He's a left footer.
He's a good kick at goal.
He's on the right spot. In he comes. We're right behind the ball. He's, well, it's starting to bend back, but not sufficiently. Big pack in the goal square. The ball's come to ground. It's no score yet. And finally conceded by Williams. It was from the Eastern Suburbs side behind. So the Lexus...
You are Peter McKenna, you are, Pete, I tell you.
Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard now. 22.5 minutes gone. Third quarter, 13-3 Eastern Suburbs, 7-6 Werribee Central.
McCormack's kicked in to Matthew Collins. He's taken it in between the back pocket and half back. Wobbly kick towards Snell wing. Oh, Shorty Peters second in line, if you don't mind, takes the grab. He's got Buckingham running in the middle, if you can see him. He doesn't. Well, does he? He gets towards Braniff and also O'Leary. That's a mark, says the umpire. And I thought it might have been a push.
Pretty strong too today.
Yep. And Bennett's got us handball to Beck. Goes now. He's going to go with the handball, then goes to the right boot towards centre half forward. Stefanovski off hands. Williams does well. Handball back to Stefanovski again. Good Shepherd Singleton. Stefanovski now got a bit of time to set something up. Goes to the right boot wide towards Peters. Does it sit for Shorty? Howlett's coming at him. Will it sit? Can he run away? He handballs. He got one high, did he? No, said the umpire. And it will be a boundary throw in on centre wing on the southern stand side.
It's interesting, Peter. You can fall flat in your face and not be pushed from the back.
It is. I'll tell you what, the game, this quarter has been very, very physical. You know, quite a few very, very full-on bumps, but I just saw Wims and Buck on the ground over there, and they look like two 35-year-old men. They actually had to help each other up off the ground. Good sportsmanship.
Oh. Hey. Ahead all the time.
And 16,804 to
Hello. We're still here. No one.
Jason Doherty, Eric Nichols
We're back with you. Thanks very much to Ian there. Thank you, Ian. And Adam Page has actually put a goal through for Werribee Centrals there. So that's his first. He kicked 5 last week. He's put a goal through for the Centurions this afternoon. And that is their 8th. They go to 8, 6.54 Werribee. Eastern Suburbs 13-3, 81. And that is on Alexis of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 25 minutes now in this third term. And just sticking close, aren't they? Just close enough. 5 goals.
Oh,
5 or 6 goals. No.
I'd never think 5 goals against Werribee's enough.
Okay.
And I'm absolutely 100% Adam Sheridan would know that too, and he'd be making sure his troops were well and truly marshalled.
Back in the middle, Soldalamarkia up against Howlett. And Soldalamarkia gets it down. Braniff tried to tap it onto Inthavong. Will it sit for Inthavong? No, it won't. Falls towards Musara. Gets a kick away towards half forward. Lee, Stefanovski.
Too high.
Too high. And
John, that was too high.
James Lee with
Don't argue.
James Lee with it now. Inside the centre square at centre half forward. That's play on. And goes to the right boot. Leads on from Buck. And floating across the front of the pack is Damien Williams, but it's not going to mean much because McCormack's given away the free kick to Heath Buck.
That should be 50.
And that should be 50, and it is, and that's undisciplined.
This umpire's sucked a few Eastern Suburbs defenders in this quarter. He's playing some Tiggy Touchwood ones, and a bit of frustration, and they'll need just to settle now.
So Heath Buck.
Yeah, but if you're a footballer of Heath Buck's ability, Eric, and you can put your body in front and you can feel the fullback behind you, you know, you've always got the ability there. An extra ability for a good footballer is to know where your opponent is, and as soon as he touches you, if you can get the slightest advantage of a look-away free kick.
But they were side by side. McCormack's playing him from the side. He's not playing him from behind, but that's irrelevant because the 5th goal of the day for Heath Buck has now gone onto the board. And the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard now shows Werribee Central's 9-660. They're trailing Eastern Suburbs 13-381, back to 21 points at the 27-minute mark.
Won't want to get another one.
Well, the bruise certainly has dropped. There's no doubt about that. It's not as strong as it was in the first half, but
I think there's close to next to nothing.
Yeah. Well, nearly close to a siren time for the final break here at Richmond Crescent. It's going to be Howlett once again to do the ruck work against Soldalamarkia. Umpire Todd throws the ball in the air, and Soldalamarkia gets it down towards Festuca and Buckingham. He's held up Festuca, and it will be a secondary bounce. Soldalamarkia up against Howlett. Soldalamarkia gets it down. Inthavong can't take it with him. Collins can. Oh, gets a good thumping right foot kick too. Stevenson up against Slavinkas, who's been moved into the back line. Van der Pol, Slavinkas, and Slavinkas now can set something up with Bennett. Does it make it? Yes, it does on the half volley. He gives it back to Slavinkas running through half back. Oh, handball chopped off by Braniff. Play. Stevenson turns around on one step and kicks a goal. Great kick, Morris Stevenson, and fantastic play, Sean Braniff. And it is Morris Stevenson's 4th goal.
classic case, Pete, when you're defending, you keep your eye on the ball.
He's having a day out, Stevenson. He's kicked, what, 3 goals?
Four.
4 goals. 3 of them have been from on 50.
Well, his 4th goal has taken Eastern Suburbs to 14 goals, 387. They lead Werribee Centrals, who are 9-6-60 left Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. We've been playing now 28.5 minutes. And just what the home side would have wanted before 3-quarter time. As Werribee continue to try and come at them in this third term. Now Soldalamarkia up against Howlett once again. Throws the ball up. Well, he was shepherded there, Howlett out, and it comes towards Braniff again, who fights his way through. No 10 on that kick from him. Goes to Delaney now off the pack. Goes with the right foot towards Stefanovski and Lee. Stefanovski will have to punch, and a good thump too. Now Sheridan and Calvert. Sheridan tries to run away from Calvert. He's doing pretty well, the old man too. He's done well with the left boot, has he? It's floated out of bounds on the full, but showed a bit of toe there because Calvert's not the slowest bloke on the ground either. He won't like me calling you an old man either, I don't think. Sorry about that, coach. But showed a bit of toe.
He was going that hard that he couldn't.
Bung knee and everything. He couldn't do anything else.
Bring the ball back into play.
And I think he had to look up the ground and thought, oh, I've got to run because there's no
not
one
much
to kick it
to. So the free kick is with Hallam at full back. Well, in fact, it's in the back pocket. Goes to the right foot kick towards half back now. Sheridan in the middle of the pack. How did he take that? But he did. And he's got Stevenson long. He was thinking about Stefanovski short, but He goes now with a torpedo punt. It's off the side of the boot, and he should, well, for Stuka, is he taking the mark? Yes, he has it set up back. I think his coach Camerado should send the runner out and tell him not to kick torpedoes.
I was thinking that myself.
For Stuka, handballs to Beck at half back. Oh, poor kick, Rolly Beck, and it's out of bounds on the full. Turnover to the half back there, crucial. Saltalamaki has got the free kick. And it will be the big man from half forward. Handballs. Well, what's wrong with that, says the umpire. Must stand 5 metres away. Well, I think we'll get the tape measure out, will we, Pete? Will we? 5 metres. Saltalamaki goes with the kick in this occasion. Goes to the right boot, long towards... good mark by Morris Stevenson. He's kicked 4, Mocker. And we'll kick for goal number 5 from about 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
A man of your learned experience, Eric. He's kicked, what,
four straight?
4 straight.
And 3 from outside 50, 35 metres out. What do you reckon, son?
Oh, big chance.
Missed it.
Big chance.
Oh, he's made a mockery of me.
Not a problem in the world.
I just wanted to be different there, but he's kicked his 5th. Good kick by Morris Stevenson. And he kicks Eastern Suburbs 15th. They go to 15 goals, 393. They lead Werribee Central's 9-6-60 on the Lexter Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 31.5 minutes gone in this third term.
They've just settled in the last 8 minutes, Pete, haven't they? They were perhaps struggling. Now they've kicked 4 goals in the last 8 minutes, and it's just stabilised them a bit.
Well, it's interesting. I said earlier that when it gets a bit of push and shove and a bit tough, normally one side breaks away, but I think both of them have backed off and started to play footy again, and they're both playing very, very good brand of footy.
With the umpire, centre of the ground, up it goes again. 31 minutes gone. Third quarter. Howlett gets the ball for Werribee, kicks to centre half forward. Lee can't take the mark. Stefanowski, well, no free kick, said the umpire. Tackle pretty high, gets it wide to the centre wing. Singleton over to Peters. Peters on the right foot, kicks it over the head there of Irving. He's running onto the ball. Well, it's a great battle there with Morley. I would have thought the way the free kicks have been going, Morley was pulling him backwards then, but not seen by the umpire. And it's gone over to the boundary line in front of the social club here at Richmond Crescent. 32 minutes gone, third quarter. 9-6 Werribee Central's trail Eastern Suburbs 15-3. Tap down, comes to Buckingham, tries to break the tackle, can't do so. Ball gets handball clear. Hallam, handball to his teammate, and then Smith takes it for Werribee, has one bounce. Well, just got it back. Then on the right foot sees the lead of Calvert. Calvert on centre wing. Well, the umpire has paid Calvert a free kick over the shoulder. An interesting one. Calvert both running back for the ball. He's now got it, and we'll take the free kick. Centre wing in front of our broadcast position. Calvert of Werribee. Kicks towards centre half forward. Big pack of players there. Page up from behind, but a great tap away by Eastern Suburbs. Another tap forward by Fist. Peters, unfortunately, didn't get the ball up. Now this is an interesting one because Peters got put down after the kick, and the kick was in fact kicked forward by Werribee. Now it's the second time in the game Peters has had the ball turned over. He's got the free kick again, and he's this time in the centre of Richmond Crescent. 33 minutes gone. Third quarter. Peters of Eastern Suburbs drives the ball towards centre half forward. It's a shocking kick. He's absolutely picked out Andrew Howlett, the coach of Werribee. He's taken the mark comfortably, and now goes to centre wing. Calvert takes a good mark on centre wing. And, well, Parisi playing him very closely. Calvert now kicks the ball back to centre half forward again. Big pack of players there. Lee almost takes the mark in the middle of the pack. Comes down to Page. A little pass from Page to Hawks. Hawks heads gone. Great tackle there by... who was that?
Adam Sheridan.
Magnificent work at half back and held the ball up.
There was obviously no talk
no,
there.
There wasn't, was
because he should have handballed it over to the Werribee player in the hole, and he didn't do that. He was. I think he looked at the goals and thought, here I go, I got a goal.
In the 34 minutes, the ball held up by Eastern Suburbs again. Werribee Central's desperate for a late goal in this third quarter. Lee picks the ball up at half forward. Oh, thrown out by Page to Hawks. Comes back to Nick Smith. Smith, while he tried to take off the ball under him. Oh, now the umpire Todd has paid the free kick for in the back, and Nick Smith it is for Werribee Centrals. He's outside 50. So we'll take a very good kick to score, and at this point 34 minutes plus in the quarter. He's chipped a pass really toward the full forward position.
Great mark,
Howlett. And well, the coach is going to try to stabilise things. Plays on, sees a player unmarked in Massara, and that's poor marking by the Eastern Suburbs defence, particularly at this stage in the third quarter. And Massara now 20 metres out, almost directly in front. The opportunity to put a very late goal in this third quarter on the board. Massara preparing. As 35 minutes has now ticked over, Massara moves in on the right foot. Well, it's a good looking kick. It's over the goal umpire's head. Massara has kicked his first for the day. Werribee Central's now on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard of 10th. They're 10-6, 66. They trail Eastern Suburbs 15-3, 93.
Well, just staying in it. We've heard a roar from Shell Stadium too, so I think Geelong might have kicked a goal down there. It sounds like there's a few thousand people there too, and we're not far away from Shell Stadium, so don't tell me the Cats are going to win. Oh, that would ruin the footy tips again, wouldn't it? Back in the middle here at Richmond Crescent. And well, I think the Catman's gone to sleep in the time box. Ronnie Drew, I think he's gone to sleep. We've been playing a long time this third term. Oh, Peters.
Take the kick.
Poor old Shorty's only 5'4" because he's had his head ripped off about 40 times in his career. He goes by hand to Sheridan, who goes wide, looking for Irving against Morley, and it falls to Irving. It goes pretty close to the boundary line. They haven't had a big influence on the game, those two, but geez, they've had a crackerjack.
They've had a good tussle, yeah.
Great tussle, haven't they?
I think the matchups around the ground have been really, really good. We've seen some great play from the likes of Page. He moved out from full forward onto a kind of a wing for a bit of leg speed. Salvinskas, he's been very, very good.
Goes now towards centre half forward. Musara pushed off the footy. Peters again. Poor old Shorty. He's copping a hammering.
I'll tell you what, he needs to be very careful of himself. The Werribee fella, he's...
Heath Bugger.
Well, that's interesting. The siren's gone. Umpire Todd has acknowledged that, but he's paid a 50-metre penalty. Well, it's going to be...
You reckon Shorty can kick it from inside the centre square, does he?
Oh, I think it'd be too big.
I wouldn't mind buying land off Todd either.
It'll be too big a jam tin, I think, for Shorty to kick over that 50 metres.
Well,
Umpire Hallett's now having a bit of an input.
Well, they're taking Shorty Peters off with the blood rule by the looks of it.
And the other umpire has ordered him off, so and he's advising umpire Todd of that.
And yeah, I think he said to him that he's taking him off with the blood rule. Well, he's in the hands of the trainers now at the centre square. So
well, this is it's an interesting scenario here, isn't it?
Where's Morris Stevenson?
Give it a mocker.
He'd be standing around saying, I'll take it.